Hello, my friends. Are you feeling a bit stressed or anxious or tired or overwhelmed? Well, you're not alone. I just want to let you know that. And I also wanted to remind you that it's not permanent, these feelings of overwhelm or these feelings of anxiety. They are not permanent and they will go away. And there are some things that you can do to lessen them and to lessen those feelings, those negative feelings, that negative energy that you may have right now. I know that it's a really stressful and anxiety causing time of year, especially right now. It's the day before Christmas if you're celebrating. And even if you're celebrating something else, not Christmas, there's still that general feeling around you because everyone's feeling that way. So everywhere you go, whether you go to the mall or the grocery store or even to get a cup of coffee, everyone's feelings of anxiety are really heightened this time of year, and we tend to take those on ourselves as well. So it's really important to protect yourself a little bit from that energy and be really prepared for it as well. And just recognize in yourself that this is all going to be okay. You are going to be okay. And I just wanted to remind you of a few really simple but really effective things that you can do to help you feel a little bit less anxious or a little bit less stressed or a little bit less tired over the next few days. So first of all, a reminder that you are not your feelings. You may be feeling anxiety and you may be feeling stress, but be really careful about how you say that to yourself and how you verbalize that. Language and words are so powerful. So when we say something like, I am anxious, or I am stressed, or I am overwhelmed, it tends to have our mind and our body identify with that feeling. And so we start to embody that. We start to believe that we are anxiety or we are stress. And that's not the case because you are a bunch of different things. Even all at once, you can be more than one thing, but don't identify with that feeling that you may be having right now. So you can say that I am feeling stressed in this moment, or I'm feeling anxious in this moment, but don't identify 100% with that feeling because you are way more than that. You are not all of your feelings. So be really careful about the language that you use. It also, when you say that, when you say I'm feeling stressed right in this moment, it helps your brain recognize that this is a temporary feeling. This is a temporary state of being. And it provides you with some hope and a light at the end of the tunnel that you will transition into something else, a higher energy feeling, and that there's hope and capacity for that. So just be really mindful about the words that you're using and how you're verbalizing how it is that you're feeling. The second thing that I want to remind you, and I know that I talk about this a lot, but we always need this reminder to take the time to be really intentional with our breathing. Because when we get stressed or when we start feeling anxiety, our shoulders rise to our heads, they go up, and our breath shortens. Right? And so being really intentional, roll your shoulders a few times when you start feeling some overwhelm, when you start feeling some of that negative energy, just roll your shoulders a few times. Be really mindful about that. Take the time. It doesn't take very long. And then just take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth is really, really helpful. And you can do this anywhere. You can do this in your car, when you're stuck somewhere in traffic. You can do this when you're waiting in line, even when you're just walking through that crowded mall, or at home. Just take a couple of deep breaths. And if you're in a space that allows you to do this, you can close your eyes, you can put your hands over your heart and just really breathe into your heart. And all it takes is 3 or 4 deep breaths for your nervous system to calm down, for your heart rate to slow down, and for you to start feeling a lot more grounded and centered. And it is so amazing how just focusing on your breath will make you feel so much better, so much more calm, so much more powerful that you can actually make it through the next few days. So don't forget to breathe. Remember to breathe. I also want to remind you that it's totally okay to say no. And no is a complete sentence, and you don't need to justify this to anybody. You can decline offers of social engagements. You can say no, that you're not going to do any more Christmas shopping. You can say no. You can rearrange your schedule, and you can say yes to yourself and to the people in your life that are most important to you. So remember that you don't need to feel obligated to do anything. And that reminds me to remind you of what is your priority. What is your number one priority? Just remember that. And with that will come answers to what you need to do next, to just be really mindful and prioritize what is most important in your life. Look after yourself in small ways as well. It doesn't need to take a long time to have some really important self-care. So obviously the breathing is really critical, but even just savoring your coffee for a few minutes, just take your coffee, smell it, enjoy the smell, really enjoy the taste, sit down while you're having those first few sips, look out the window, and just have a few really short but quiet moments of stillness. So it doesn't need to take long. Like I said, you can enjoy that. Maybe you just sit for a few minutes. Maybe you have 2 extra minutes in the shower, just really breathing and enjoying that alone time for a little bit. So what can you do that's just really small, but really powerful to help you just be still and quiet, just even for a few minutes every day? And then the last piece, of course, is gratitude. I know for me, when I start feeling a bit overwhelmed or frustrated or something's not working for me, I take a deep breath and I remember what I'm grateful for in that moment. And usually I try to think of 3 things, and it's quite easy to do that actually. So think of 1, 2, or 3 things that you're really grateful for. Feel that gratitude in your heart. And again, it's really amazing how quickly your energy will change. It will go from feeling frustrated or overwhelmed or anxious and really start making you feel calm and collected, and knowing that you can do what's right for you and make the decisions that's best for you and the people in your life that you love the most. So, my friends, take your time, be grateful, focus on yourself, focus on your priorities, do what's right for you. Remember to breathe, and remember to enjoy this season as well. It goes by so quickly. Time goes by so quickly. So make some time to slow down and just enjoy the process a little bit and find things that really make you joyful and make you happy. I'm wishing you a very Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful for you.